Okay. I'm sorry. I cut my stream off by mistake. I just started another one. Go to my channel. Hey, what's good with y'all, man? I just did another stream. I need you guys to hop on board right now. Hang on, I'm about to do the link for you guys to go to that new stream. Yeah, hold on. All right, let's go. These people are hilarious. Hop in my new stream. Shout out to everybody. Click the link for the new stream. Hey, salute to everybody watching. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody. I'm gonna wait till we get like 30 something or 40 people in here, man. Viva la force Haïti pour tout le monde.
Tellement toujours dans Jovenel Moise. Pour la petite histoire, il me fait une émission là avec lui, il me pose la question, il me dit pour qui sont loué caillou ou gen propre caillou qu'on construit, c'est l'orité depuis longtemps.
Right.
Ou prend caillou loué pour aller louer un caillou tout pour le président, juste pour qu'il boire café, manger avec le président chaque matin.
Okay, well, if you guys don't know what the man is saying, let me translate. Why would you get your house in a certain place? Like the president of Haiti, he got his house in a certain place where basically only turmoil happens. He got his house in a place where it's only pain. He got his house in a place, you know what I mean, where you can literally see motivations are being done there to destroy the people in that nation. Coolin', brother, this news is crazy. This news is more than crazy, and it should affect everybody around the world. Like, if you don't need more proof what's going on, hold on, I'm about to show y'all the violence situations in Haiti right now. But the main thing I want to put on Sky News, I want the background. We're gonna speak for right now before I play some other news right quick. Shout out to everybody who's watching. The political mess that's going on in Haiti right now is deeper than what you're thinking. No, YouTube did not shut down the video. I don't want you guys, if you guys are new to the channel, we had like 40-some people in here and they got shut down by me by accident. And this is what happened when you criticizing certain trolls. Now, let me give love to everybody in the chat before we carry on. We back all the way from North Carolina, big bro. Shout out to you, word. I was surprised. Look, this is like, there was an idiot who hopped Z said, I was talking about United Nations. You need to settle down. ZT, I'm still saying that to you. I'm not reaching. ZT, I don't need to settle down. And you being an idiot fool by adding, look, you're a grown man and stand on your point. We still don't understand what the hell you're talking about. Whether you say I'm reaching about the United Nations, break down your point in a civil manner, in an intelligent manner, because in a world that we know is the matrix, it's not even a guess anymore. You have to be a fool to say I'm reaching about the United Nations. You have to be a complete idiot. And I do mean that in any respectful or disrespectful way. I don't care which way you take it. You have to be a complete idiot to really think that someone is saying that the United Nations help nobody is reaching. You're a complete idiot. The United Nations, I'm gonna show you how you're an idiot. The United Nations stands back while they know America itself went to Iraq under false premises of WMD, weapons of mass destruction. Donald Rumsfeld went in there when he was the former Secretary of Defense and said in Iraq, there's nothing but weapons of mass destruction and they're about to initiate contact with United States, putting American citizens at risk. This is facts, ZT the fool. Now let's carry on. Now we went to Iraq and I'm ZT. I guess you're an idiot because I also went to Iraq, ZT, and you're going to tell me about what the United Nations does because you're a complete moron. Now let's continue with it. The United Nations sat back as millions of Iraqis got killed, millions of innocent people died, including American soldiers. If you love America only, soldiers did die under false premises of WMD, weapons of mass destructions. Now, what weapons of mass destructions were found in there? I'm waiting for you to tell me, ZT. What weapons of mass destruction was found in Iraq? Absolutely zero. In fact, ZT, your United Nations, your government, and all your Congress, everybody declared there was no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq ever at the time being to go to war. Big facts. Donald Rumsfeld years later goes on TV, no weapons was found. Big facts. And what was done to the innocent people who were killed in Iraq? Huh? What was done for the innocent family members who lost their kids in Iraq? Huh, ZT? I'm waiting for idiots like you to speak your piece, huh? United Nations knew it was illegal. What did the ZT, since I'm reaching, what did the United Nations do to protect those people over there, including right now? Or what penalties was enacted on America for what they did? I'm waiting for you, ZT. Right, crickets as usual from complete idiots. My nigga, if you don't have a brain cell in your body to inject and interject yourself in a political conversation, then I think, quite frankly, you need to just shut the F up, bro. I think any intelligent person know when they're not informing something, it's better you shut the F up. You don't put an emoji and say you're reaching and you add an emoji to make you right. Only complete idiots do that to cause a deflection from the fact that you're a complete idiot. So you add an emoji to be a court jester for us. Now let me carry on with the segment. In case you guys don't know, I'm about to push play on the audio of the actual news report so we can carry on to the news itself, because it is sad news. At the end of the day, it's sad completely. Now let me push play. I'm not gonna let any other idiots take me out. Now let me read the chat and show some respect. ZT, I'm not arguing the point. You're just over here. Hey, I gotta get rid of this idiot. I'm not arguing. Nigga, you're arguing right now. Nigga, I added the idiot as a moderator. Let me remove him. My bad. Before I remove the idiot, I want all of y'all to read In This World and Full of the Matrix, what complete idiots we have to deal with. Let's read what the idiot wrote. The idiot ZT wrote, I'm not arguing that point. You just over there assuming what I think. All I said was they good and bad. What the, nigga, you're an idiot. It's not assuming. We read word for word what your idiotic self wrote. You said I'm reaching about the United Nations. What about that is assuming? You can't even defend yourself in an intelligent way, bro. Like, in fact, I like you for entertainment. Bro, you have no emotional intelligence because you don't like to hear. Oh, I knew I was the ish, timed him out. Thank you, bro. He was giving me a nigga headache, man. Rest in peace to Paul Mooney. I swear to God, this nigga was giving me a nigga headache, bro. I can't even lie. This nigga was giving me a nigga headache. Somebody said they should have just assassinated Saddam. Nah, bro, you should not assassinated no citizen. Let me explain to you why. Let me push play on this video, and then I will explain why no U.S. presidents or any other country's leaders or presidents should be assassinated. I'm gonna tell you completely why. Hold on.
Money with a few quick tips.
Let's watch the news report first. Hold on.
A president killed overnight at his home. The interim Haitian Prime Minister Claude Joseph announcing the news Wednesday that President Jovenel Moise had been shot dead, calling the killing an inhumane and barbaric act. He said Moise was shot by unidentified attackers. He added that Moise's wife was injured and was receiving medical care. The attack comes amid a
Okay, if you guys don't know, I'm about to break this down deeper for you guys more and for the idiot ZT. Remember, ZT, you're not blocked. You're still welcome to interject yourself after 5 minutes. I'm guessing I knew I was the ish, put you on timeout. What you don't know, there's an island in Haiti that American Haiti been fighting for this island since 1865. Now the island was discovered by, well, I'm not gonna say Christopher Columbus because I'm too intelligent to say that. Just because a white man been on an island don't mean he was the first one to discover it. Look, I love my white counterparts, but just because you're white and you discovered a island where other inhabitants already been on that island, it doesn't make the island being first discovered by you. That's way too much full of yourself. But those inhabitants on the island called Navive's Island, it's now not inhabitable. There's no people living on that island, but they basically killed everybody on that island to capture that island. In the 1800s, mid 1800s, United States claimed that island, even though Haiti already claimed that island. Big facts. And when Haiti actually got, I forgot, in 1865, there was a big war enacted that they don't even speak about to this day in 1865. I like giving actual research. I don't like being idiots like ZT who came earlier in the chat. On that island, y'all got to remember, it's so many resources over there during the Ganako Act, where that's when United States and Western countries stole all those islands over there in the Caribbeans. Why do you think United States claimed almost every single island over there illegally? Not just them, British, France, Germany, they just illegally said, you know what, you get this island, we get that island. Even though there are already people living in these islands, and even if people wasn't, you can look at the boundaries, it belongs to these islands such as Cuba, Jamaica, Puerto Rico. They basically took these islands and called it for themselves. Well, the Haitian government was like, no, we're gonna get this island. Somebody said Christopher landed on Ayiti. And it doesn't matter where Christopher Columbus landed. Christopher Columbus is a dirty criminal, and I don't let my kids represent Christopher Columbus. We don't celebrate him. My kids know everything about Christopher Columbus, and we use him for educational purpose reasons, because Christopher Columbus, I give him a round of applause. He was the first white man that told the truth in his memoirs. He said when he went to America, he seen so many black people, he nicknamed America the New Africa. I keep telling y'all, black people do not come from Africa only. Don't let the people trick you. Black people was everywhere on this place you call Earth. Before the Platonic shifting and all that. Before you called it Igea or Pangea, all this garbage. The whole world is part of each other. So how can one group of people say we were here first or we were there first? That's idiotic statements. I don't know what the secret of the world is, but I do know every part of the world was intacted with each other. So even though I'm Haitian, I don't look at myself different from a black man in Africa or Jamaica, or it's idiotic to do that. We're a living cell that's helping the world go around. Now let's fast forward back to that. Now the islands in that country, there's been a war being enacted. Shout out to my brother, Shut Up and React. There's been a war on those islands for years. And now that particular islands, the Navavines Islands, Haiti was one of the first countries that said, we don't care what island United States is claiming, we'll die about it. In fact, to this day, United States and Haiti both claiming that island. Haiti is not backing away. Now here comes the political puppet leaders. No disrespect to Haiti's dead president. Now I'm gonna make sense why I brought up those historical facts. Now this political puppet president, I'm sad that he got killed. Before I disrespect this president that got killed, let me tell y'all why I believe no U.S. presidents, no other country's presidents, no other country's dictators or leader should be assassinated by secret groups. Let's explain. When you have a political leader is being killed by unknown people, part of a secret boys and girls club, you should get scared. You should get worried because everything you believe in is false now. But now you should come out of that fear and realize, yes, we live in the matrix. Yes, I have to sip a little bit of that strong goose right quick. Let me read some of y'all chats before I carry on. Quinville King say F him. Yeah, F that president. I'm going to explain why I don't like that president and why I'm not crying the river for that president, but why I'm in mourning for the Haitian. I'm more feeling sad for the Haitian people because they're stuck. Just like us in America. If you want to tease Haiti right now, you forgot. If you're from America and you want to make fun of the Haitian people right now, have you forgot where we live at? If you're in Jamaica and you want to make fun of the Haitian people, have you forgot where you lived at? If you're in Bahamas, same thing. If you're in any countries in Africa, same thing. Any countries in Europe, same. I've lived all these countries. I've been to all these countries as well, so I'm not just a misinformed person. If you're a part of any of these countries making fun of Haiti, you need to look in the mirror and say all these things, every part of the matrix is connected. Don't let nobody trick you. Look at these dirty Haitians. They're not dirty people at all. They adapt to their surroundings just like you adapted to your surrounding. I adapted to my surrounding. I'm using all these technologies right now because I'm adapted to my surroundings. Motherfuckers, when they're killing political leaders like that, they're showing you that we control you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Not only do we control you, we control the actual media. We control everything that you live. The fact that you live and breathe and you pay for water and air, but you still got time to argue with me about what's being trickery here. Motherfucker, you pay for air, nigga. And the idiots like ZT who jumped up in the chat earlier, you're reaching. Motherfucker, you pay for air and water. You pay for air and water. Do you know what world you live in? You're in a world where motherfuckers, because they have a military strength and power and corporations, they go to any place on the world that was given to you and me and say, we own it now. This land is for us. These territories are for us. Bro, that's sickening, bro. Then they tell you and I, you only get one. You're lucky if you even get 1 acre of land. We have so much land in the world that every single human being supposed to have at least minimum 500 to 1,000 acres each. This is big facts. So much acres of land. We're supposed to get at least minimum 500 to, not even, I'm gonna keep it so real. I'm about to break down more facts. We're talking about the U.S. president, the city. I call him the U.S. president because before I talk about the continents, I'm gonna make sense. Let's go back to this president. That president was a puppet. He was backed by the United States presidents. He was not even supposed to be in office. He was supposed to be out of office 2 years ago. Illegally, the United States intervened and let this nigga be president for 2 extra years and some change. His wife got shot too. Now, thank God that the wife, people said she died. Some people say she's not dead yet. The reports are conflicting. Some people say she's fighting right now and critically injured. But this man and his wife were the failed leaders of Haiti. No backbone at all. You could smell I still can smell the puppet strings being pulled by him. When you don't go by what the elites, I don't want to say Zionists a lot because of YouTube algorithms. I'm going to say, exact, shout out to HP the Great. Shout out to you, fam. Big puppet on God, bro. He allowed so many Haitian citizens to be slaughtered, to be killed. Now, people are like, you're Haitian, bro. You see that Haitian flag behind me? And I got Haiti tatted on me. I don't want to get into the flag right now. This man was a monster on his own. But the reason why he was not a threat to me, you and I, because he's a puppet. The reason why I don't make videos about the Haitian president, I don't go out my way criticizing him, he has no power. He has no strings. He has nothing he can do. Shout out to Kenny Joseph. You people keep losing your minds. No U.S. presidents or other country leaders have no power. I don't care if you're from Russia. Putin has no power at all. I keep hearing Putin got this person killed. Putin got that. Putin is a puppet. He's been a puppet since the Russian change of the diplomacies. Don't remember everybody in Russia, all the leaders in Russia, when they were the KBG, and all these people was breaking down the foundations. You had so many billionaires and wealthy people came out of that era. Putin was one of them. I'm sorry that I'm not misinformed. Putin was one of them. It's all about the Benjamins. It's all about the money. Till this day, you guys still think Barack Obama was the first black president? I'm insulted. Nobody talk about John Hanson, not the white John Hanson, because if you go to Wikipedia, you're going to be like, John Hanson wasn't black, he was white. You go to your Library of Congress right now, you're going to see, yes, the first president, not just black or white, the first president of the United States ever, not just white and black, he was black, not just the first white president, no, the first president of the United States of America was black. This is big facts. You can go to the Library of Congress. You can go anywhere. To all these trolls like ZT, bless one, you're reaching. Go to Harvard. Go to Yale. Go to Oxford University. Go to any of these elite universities. They don't hide the truth from white people and black people and all. See, rich people get to learn the real history. Dumb people like you and me, they give us bullshit history. Bullshit history, and then you and I fight over those same propaganda bullshit history. Meanwhile, elites like Amazon owners and all these other owners, they get fed the real history. They don't get scared to know that a black man was leading these countries. The only problem of John Hanson, he wasn't called the president. He was called the executive. It was called the executive leader, which is the same title as president, no difference. He became the first president ever because George Washington was trying to make United States of America a monarchy, because George Washington was also backed by them same elitists that you people keep dismissing, but worrying about talking about fake news like CNN, fake news like ABC News, those same propaganda they use to confuse you and I from what the real matrix is. The architectures, those are who I'm fucking paying attention to. I'm not paying attention to the designs. I don't pay attention to that. I don't get into none of that. So this president of Haiti dying, you brought it on yourself when you signed your soul away to let these people lead you away. This nigga got himself killed in the most dumbest way of all. I was watching the Haitian newspapers and a lot of my Haitian family members who told me this idiotic president, he keeps going to different households that have no security. He allows all his friends to come sit and eat dinner with him. He was a complete idiot. Rest in peace to him. He was a complete idiot as a puppet. And I know I'm hurting some Haitians' heart right now, but if you say you love Haiti and you love the world, shut the fuck up right now and let somebody give you some truth medicine right now, because that's the problem with Haiti. Any fucking puppet they put in front of you guys, you start crying and shedding tears. Oh, we're so lucky. Oh, we got one. The same thing Aristide did to you motherfuckers. Aristide spoke 17 languages, and I witnessed all the Haitian people fell in love with Aristide. You were so happy when Dulaver died and he made his son a leader, but guess why I'd rather have a dictator versus a president? At least a dictator is going to have a backbone. Even if he's a puppet or not, he's going to have some type of backbone to be like, nah, man, I got to go against the puppet master. Because every single dictator do it, then they get killed. But at least every single dictator go, I'm tired of being a puppet. Fuck you, puppet masters. I'm going to start controlling my country. So this nigga, Aristide, got to be Bill Clinton's puppet. He was Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton's puppet. You know what Bill Clinton used Aristide for? He took Aristide and used Aristide to have a purge on Haiti. They stole oil. Yes, Haiti has one of the richest oil in the world. I know some of you guys don't study and you want to criticize me, but yes, Haiti has some of the most biggest oil reserve in the world. Guess what you didn't know? Haiti has the second biggest distribution of gold that's been untapped. They didn't even tap into it yet. Why do you think they're stealing all the lands in Haiti right now? So if you are a Haitian out here, you're so proud of your presidents, wake the fuck up. When they're making Sweet Mickey, a fucking Haitian musician, becoming our president, that's when I knew everything I learned all my life was absolutely correct. It's no real president. You can hate Dulaver all you want. I miss Dulaver. I miss him and his daddy. I miss Papa Dog and Baby Dog. Rest in peace to both of them. Because what do you have now? Political puppets who have all these matrix elites so far up their ass, they don't know whether they should turn left or right. So I'm going to say good riddance for President Moise. But I'm going to say, goddamn, wake up. When they get killed like that, you all should be disturbed. Wait a minute, they're killing everybody. Why is U.S. presidents not getting more killed like these other countries' leaders and presidents? And I'm seeing my fellow Haitian people. Look, no disrespect. A Haitian hit me up this morning and said, Dominican Republic killed them. It was Venezuela. First of all, Hugo Chavez, one of the best leaders for Venezuela, got assassinated. He didn't die for no disease. He went to Cuba to get help to fight what the United States put on him. And before he died, he said it several times. United States tried to kill him over 16 times. I don't want to use United States. I'm going to say the global elitists tried to kill Hugo Chavez over 16 times. And when the mission was complete, look at the land reforms going now in Venezuela. You know what Hugo Chavez was doing? Why they hated Hugo Chavez? Hugo Chavez took all the land that was stripped away. Because I keep telling you guys, black people was on every single soil around the world. Black people do not just come from Africa. Stop teaching your kids that garbage. Stop teaching them. White professors don't even teach that garbage in the United States. They tell the truth. You guys are indigenous in America already. Remember, no disrespect to Mexicans, they were not the only Native Americans in Americas. There was over 5 different Native Americans living in America. 5 dark melanated people living in America. Big facts. There were the Mayans and all that, but they were deeper rooted, especially us. You know how many, why do you think white people, when they came to America, they called you red skin? Look at my skin now. My exact skin was what the Native Americans looked like. You go to your Library of Congress. I'm going to keep telling you the Library of Congress because nothing you guys do. If I was a white man telling you this, Oh, he's speaking facts. Woo, Blessed One is on fire because I got locks, I'm black. He's speaking that garbage. He's reaching. But it's facts. You say you love America. Why do you think they teaching you in the Library of Congress? They tell you this. Why do you think Andrew Jackson had so much fears? Because Andrew Jackson whole life, he been told black people were in Africa only. And when a lot of these whites woke up and they started discovering all these other lands in America, they got scared like, wait a minute, what are all these black people doing in America? It scared the fuck out of them. Oh my gosh, there's niggas everywhere. It's nigga artifacts. They started destroying shout out the QI film. He said Mayans, Aztecs, Incas, Olmecs. Thank you. The Olmecs was the greatest secret in America ever. The Americas, not the United States of America. I'm saying the Americas. Shout out to all my people in the chat. I see y'all too. He said, we see you, bro, and I see y'all too. Y'all making me feel good. A lot of y'all grown. Why do you think I love my Mexican homies? When Mexicans don't like us, I look at them as foolish. You let your Spaniard blood coerce your mind so much. First of all, if you're a Mexican, original Mexicans, that is, you're my brother. You have Negroid blood in you. You better don't find out the secret. Mexicans have Negroid, and Negroid is not the term of bad things. You have Negroid blood in you right now. This is facts. But because of all the things Cortez and the conquistadors and all the people do when they see people who look like you and me, they get scared of us. Our nose are big because it allows more oxygen for you to breathe in. But we're so foolish, we think we have a big nose because we think what the beauty is our white counterparts. Because the whole world told you come from Africa only. You go to Brazil right now, Brazil has nothing but artifacts of indigenous black people who's been there for ages. And a lot of them came from Africa. So you have to ask, how could they be in Brazil for over 2,000 years, but they come from Africa? Because you traveled everywhere around the world. Black people traveled everywhere. We knew secret gaps between, even before the Platonic shifting and after the Platonic shifting. We were the land navigators. They called us that for years. You niggas need to go research and read, man. We were called land navigators for years. Now all of a sudden, the same group of people who thought you fall off the world, and maybe you do, because I'm not gonna I'm not gonna make fun of people who say we fall off the world. Let's Mexicans or Spanish, Haitians. There's no look. All a Spanish is a white man from Spain. I don't like using the word Spanish a lot because my Dominican brothers and sisters are closing the borders right now with Haiti. They're closing the Dominican border because Haiti is running out of food and everything. Shout out to Andre. Haiti is running out of food and everything. So what Dominican Republic do is, because a lot of Dominicans hate Haitians. A lot of Dominicans don't even like their black skin. A lot of Dominicans don't like the truth that the mulatto essence in them comes from and I love my white people, it's just telling you the truth, from Spaniards going on that island and slaughtering your great grandmothers and having fornication with them, therefore having you now. Big fat. That's why you have your straight hair, but yet you have a big nose like me. You have straight hair, or you have nappy hair, but you have skin complexions like them. You better wake the fuck up. Well, who you think the Seminole Indians were? The Seminole Indians are darker than me. The Seminole Indians are darker than me. The Seminole Indians were the only smartest Native Americans to get their land not touched in no ways that you could see. They didn't just fight through the strengths of arms. They fought politically too. Like, wait a minute, we're not part of these other Native Americans. We don't care because what United States was doing, they called it the Indians Act, which is offensive because a Native American is not an Indian. An Indian is a motherfucker living way out east in India. You don't call them Indians, you call them Native Americans because there's different culture that's living in the Americas. It was not just one group. They called everybody Indians so they can pass all these laws to steal all these lands. Big facts. If you go to the Library of Congress, you'll see all these treaties that were done with different natives in Americas. So when somebody tell you see a white looking Mexican and he go, brother, you're not Native American, I'm the original, man, get the fuck out of my face. Hey, whatever your name is, Hector or this and that. Get out my face, bitch. Because you don't study your research and you've been whitenized, meaning that you love white people so much they can't do nothing wrong. And I love white people too, but you got a group of sectors in the world that looks at white people like God. Even my white friends don't like that type of self-love, because they'll look at a certain sellout and my white friends will be like, that's a damn shame. You think white people respect a sellout? White people look at sellouts like, God damn, that's a shame. You know what I'm saying? So many only minorities, only a minority are indigenous. Gwen, what you just wrote doesn't make sense, because I agree with you to a certain, but you gotta mix what's a minority, because to me there's no such thing as a minority. Don't fall into these words. These words are bullshit words to trick people and subjugate you into groups and factions. Don't fall into, because there's white people can't be minorities. Black people can't be no human being could be a minority. That's false ideologies. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall into that trap. Mid resurrected again said more were killed with the pen than the bullet. Preach, brother. Gwen said, I do believe there are the true natives up here in Canada. They all look, bro, don't get into that, bro. And then everybody migrated, bro. You can't, there's not 1%. What I'm trying to break down to you, Gwen Salabor, see, you're still stuck into particular groups, bruh. The world is the world. I don't care if you're in, no, first of all, there's no such thing as the Middle East. That was always called Africa for thousands and millions of years before the word, you know what I mean? Because the word Africa come from Afrikaans, another white explorer. But Africa, how you see it as it is, has always been the same. There's no such thing as the Middle East. And not only because I've been there and in war and all, you talk to when I went to Iraq, there are more darker people than me and you than any so-called, the original Arab was black people. Don't let people fool you, man. There's no such thing. Bro, like, there's a group of people that's been living on these foundations of millions of years that never went anywhere. But what people do is follow a group of people such as white people, and they're the standards, they're the platform. So when you look at a group of white people, your mind, even by accident we do this, you're only going off what was taught to you through adolescence, ages of kindergarten and all that to now. And I'm not mad at anybody. It's the greatest crime that they did to any human being. They captured something from us and threw propaganda at us, and they threw it so much that we don't know how to escape from that. That even me, sometimes I keep saying the Middle East. Go over there to the Middle East and see if they don't laugh at you for calling it the Middle East. Bro, you know how many people laughed at? Ask any military people or people who visited over there. You go over there and say the Middle East, even the white looking Arabs look around like, the Middle East? They don't call it that shit. There's no such thing as the Middle East. A group of Zionist elites got together in 1902, then got together again in 1915, then they got together again in 1925. You notice the patterns? 1902, which is really was 1905, and then 1915, and then 1925. That's when they got together to separate the continents that they wanted to steal. They do it now. Think about it. They still land in territory that don't belong for them, and they split it amongst each other. It's like you and me hitting a lick. This is what all these westernized countries do. I hate to say it, but white countries, and I'm not picking the race part, I'm just speaking facts. What white countries do, they really work together. And it's like group of homeboys. We hit a lick over here. We went to this house. It is inhabited by the indigenous people, and we steal everything in that house, including the house, and we all split it with each other. That's what they did with Africa, and now they call it the Middle East. So the indigenous people, because they got scared, the indigenous people have the rights of those territory. But if I deem you a different race, and I call you a different ethnicity, and I call your bloodlines coming from somewhere else, what you think happens? Now I can take that land, because now it belongs to nobody. It's inhabited. It's not inhabited by anybody. They're doing the same thing to Haiti right now, and all these other countries, including in America. Big facts. This is stolen land. Every land is stolen land. So for idiots to say we're reaching, it's kind of idiotic. I mean, we're too grown and old. We're past the 21st century now, and people are still using the word, you're reaching. It's kind of sad now. Let me read the comments. Tudo Van said, America think they smart, but they schools are tricked and deceived Americans. Bro, I promise you, bro, I agree with you, bro. I don't like debating with most Americans, to be real with you, because their foundation has to be teared down completely. You need to regenerate yourself into new information. Delete all the information you sponged up in this country and go learn some more. Actually learn other things in America as well. I keep telling y'all, the Library of Congress does not lie. They keep all the facts in there, all the contracts that were signed. For instance, the movie Robin Hood with Kevin Costner and Morgan Freeman. Those apart, Morgan Freeman, he had the telescope, remember? And it showed you how dumb the world really was without the essence of black people. I'm just keeping you facts. Go to that scene of Robin Hood. Kevin Costner's gonna look at the telescope because they didn't have none such thing like that back then. He's seen the enemies coming and galloping on their horses. He's like, I need to see how much of them there are. Morgan Freeman pulls out the telescopes from his bag, and Kevin Costner's looking in amazement. He's like, wow, he's astonished. He's like, wow, what great inventions do you Moors create? So wait a minute, time out. I thought the Moors didn't exist. So I'm watching a Hollywood produced movie that tried to sneak in the Moors into it. Why would you sneak it in a Hollywood movie, but you don't put about the inventions that the Moors did? Shout out to beautiful Janice. You don't put the inventions and all the great ingenuities of the Moors in the actual history books. And no, they hide everything in the Hollywood movies to trick your ass. So I don't want to hear nobody to tell me I'm reaching. Ever since I was a kid, I've noticed the movies have the actual histories, but the actual textbooks, the actual teachers in class, they're governed by a curriculum that does nothing to help you and I. It doesn't even tell you the history. It doesn't do anything. So I don't have time to listen to a troll. I know I may seem like a hood nigga because I am a hood nigga. You know what I mean? But just because you're a hood nigga and I'm somewhat ghetto, don't let that trick you from a book that you refuse to open up. I mean, your teacher told you since kindergarten, don't read a book by its cover, yes or no. Facts, man. The fact that we do it this way, man. Now, let's get more quicker. Look at Haiti as you see it on your screen right there. What do you see on your screen when you look at that screen? You see turmoil? I'm going to tell you what I see when I see Haiti. I see America when I see Haiti. I see Canada. I see all of South Americas. I see all of what you ignorantly call Africa and the Middle East. I see all of Europe. Everything is fucking connected. They make you feel like it's not connected so you can dismiss it. They make you feel like it's not connected so you can be like, I'm not Haitian. Why do I give a fuck about President Moses being assassinated? I'm not from here. I'm from the great nigga. They trick you every day with tactics like that. Back in the days, people were intelligent enough to call it witchcraft. That's what the television is. A camera, let me show you something. A camera that can capture something and take everything is capturing your soul away. But people don't want to get into that. It's capturing your soul away. Now you and I can be politically ostracized and tricked by an enviant of witchcraft doctors. That's why I call a political leader witchcraft doctors. Not this thing you deem as ignorant. Oh, voodoo. You know what's worse than voodoo? CNN. You know what's worse than voodoo? ABC News, Fox News, NBC News. I mean, look at Bill Cosby. The same news told you all these women were victims. The same, shout out the streets. The same news who told you Bill Cosby. I don't even like Bill Cosby. But what was done to him should get you scared too. You have no control. The government, the system, the same matrix system that you say I'm reaching, they can kick in your door open right now and take your kids. You can cry in front of the whole world, oh, they took my kids, and ain't shit you can do about it. But I'm reaching, right? I'm reaching. There's nothing you can do about it. Good riddance to the Haitian president. But here's why I'm scared doing this news. I'm looking at those people in Haiti. I'm looking at us in America, us in Canada, Germany, all over the world. Like, damn, the puppet masters are doing this bullshit in front of us again. They take one of their puppets, they kill them to enact something else. So if you're in America and you think this has nothing to do with you or not, all I'm going to tell you guys again is Barack Hussein Obama. I'm going to mention another name, Bill Biden. I call him Biden because he's doing the same tactics that Bill Clinton did. Joe Biden came here and pandered to the people who need help the most. Not just black people. Remember, black people are not the only ones suffering because you need to go around poor white folks. I'm not trying to hear cry me a river for them, but poor people are the ones being affected. So I'm gonna call him Bill Biden. You know, Bill Clinton, I remember when he came here, he came to get George Bush Sr. out the way, and they brought Bill Clinton. I was like, something is odd about this guy. And then you see our people, they give Bill Clinton all type of love because he fucked the hoe. He cheated on his wife. That makes him black. He's a lying ass nigga. That the self-loathe that you guys have for yourself. Where's your pride? Anybody who tell me Bill Clinton is black because he cheated on his wife or what, nah, I'm going to tell you, fuck you, my nigga. Get the fuck from around me. That's idiot. But even when comedians been doing this when I was younger, I was like, how is that cool? You belittling yourself. Bill Clinton is the devil himself. You better go see what he did to them white boys in Arkansas. Them two little, I think that one was 12 and one was 13 years old. I'm going to say allegedly because we're on YouTube. You better go see what Dirty Dick Bill did when he was trying to run, not even for president, just for governor. Or I think he was governor at the time. You better go see what he did down there in Arkansas. The deep secret that everybody, and if you're a white man and woman, you better pay attention to that. Right? Nobody wants to talk about that, right? This is just a Haiti thing, right? Motherfuckers are so in love with the Haitian president, and I'm here to tell you I am not. Because every single president or leader is a puppet. The world has now been not been bridged apart. It's been bridged together now. There's no more gaps. Everything is controlled by the matrix secular sector now. Everything. Now let's get deeper into it because everybody is going to know why. All this president chaos are dying and everywhere. Bro, it matters to you, bro. Wait, Donnie say not to mention his wife. They trafficked and sell kids. Yeah, his wife. Shout out to Donnie. His wife. I don't know if she's dead or not. Now, the news is conflicting. You got some people saying she's in critical condition. 15% is like she's doing fine at the hospital. And the other half who are in Haiti right now are telling me she's completely dead. Being that the news you can't trust, I don't have confirmation if she's dead or not. But his wife is no better too, more than just an Instagram model to be seen. Just like any other political leader wife. Just like Michelle Obama. Just like Donald Trump's wife. Just like Hillary Clinton. Should I keep going? Like, let's just be real, man. These are not strong women. I see more strong women in the chat than any of these women here. Like this nigga was not supposed to be, people forget. He was not supposed to be the president of Haiti for the last 2.5 years now. Illegally, they put him in there. Somebody said the wife is dead. I feel what you're saying, bro, but the news is too conflicted for me to just take your news. You know what I mean? Janice said, hope they find out who assassinated him. I love you, Janice. You will never find out who actually assassinated him. You know what I mean, Janice? They're now trying to blame Dominican Republic and Venezuela. I mean, the disrespect for our intelligence. Like, no, this has nothing to do with Venezuela. It has nothing to do with another third world country trying to kill him. Like, we need to wake up and think about it. They want you to believe it's other government instituted issues. It's the gangsters in the neighborhood. I gotta take a sip of this liquor right quick. Because these people, man, and I'm not even mad at Janice. That's what they do to trick us. They want us to keep fighting amongst each other. And first of all, we need to say one thing. Why almost every single United States president has been backed? Janice, you 1,000% correct. It is a setup. You know why it's a setup, Janice? This idiot President Moses got himself killed. He likes showing off. He knows the United States is backing him. They got their hands so far up his ass. He rarely takes security with him because he thought the United States had his back so bad he would go to dinners with other political scoundrels that the Haitian people don't like. He'll have his little meetings and his dinners, and he'll never bring the actual sanctioned security team that was supposed to securitize him. You know what I mean? It was because witnesses say before he died. Let me show you guys something so you know I ain't lying. I watched some of the Haitian news channel. They said right before he died, like a foolish man he was, he allowed people to come eat breakfast with him while he wasn't paying no attention to the circumstances. He was allowing strangers, as long as they looked white, they were all right. This is factual. He was allowing people who look white just to come in and out of his domains, bro. This is the Haitian president allowing almost anybody to come next to him.
Depuis longtemps, ou prend qu'à louer pour aller on caille tout pour président, juste pour qu'à boire café, manger avec président chaque matin. On dit ça l'émission là.
You hear that? Different people. You hear that? Different people politically was purchasing cribs next to the president just so they can eat dinner with him and all that. Come on, y'all, wake up. Wake up, bruh. I'm surprised this idiot President Ben didn't get killed. Y'all know how Haiti get down? Haiti be doing coups every goddamn other 3 years. I'm surprised he didn't get killed years ago. Now, I still don't support his assassination. I'm not crying for him. I don't support any assassination of any elected leader. Whether they got elected through political people. Hold on, Andre said he was eating breakfast and dinner with the ops. Can you imagine Andre eating dinners and breakfast mornings with the motherfuckers who's gonna kill you and your wife? Can you imagine if they hurt his kids? Can we get a round of applause for the kids not to be hurt? Thank you, God, the kids was not hurt by his stupidity. Tracy said he let the enemy in to break bread and didn't even know it. You know what's sad, Tracy? I think he did know it. Y'all want me to tell you the truth why I don't like President Moses? There's no leader in the world that'll be that comfortable with random people coming in unless if you know you got the backing of these Zionist elites, educational purpose. No president will be that comfortable and careless if you know United States and all these elites are backing you, which I know 1,000%. You know how I know? The Haitian people don't like him. They wanted this man to get out of the way years ago. His term ran out 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago, he was supposed to be out the way. But being that you're a puppet, United States saying, no, he's not going anywhere. He's staying put. They tried to do the same thing with Aristide. They tried to kill him and get him out the way, the other president of Haiti. Aristide had the United States backing. They said, no, you're not going nowhere. And then Aristide started doing like President Moses, you know, stealing money, getting ready to go run away to Africa and Jamaica. Aristide had to save his life by running to Jamaica. Let me tell you why he ran to Jamaica. Shout out to beautiful Jamaica. Jamaica seen what was going on. Congolese places and a lot of different places in Africa see what was going on. President Aristide was a puppet president. He had the backing of the United States of America, and they illegally made him president and illegally made him be a United States president in Haiti. So when Aristide started going against the grain of what his Zionist elites wanted him to do, they tried to make the Haitian people kill him. With another president they had, guess what they tried to replace Aristide with? A fucking piece of shit Haitian dude that was in Miami. He was a political leader too that was in exile from the Dulaver days. Remember Dulaver and his son? They exiled this criminal, but that criminal ran away from Haiti. And remember, my uncle was in exile too, my great uncle. Dulaver tried to kill my great uncle. I don't know if my great uncle was a good man or not. I'm not going to be here to be Captain Superhero. But my great uncle, which is my mom uncle, was a political exilee too. He got kicked out of Haiti too. I guess he tried to run Haiti too. Yes, my family's politically invested. He ran all the way to Africa. So I knew what Aristide was trying to do because of my family. Aristide realized he was a puppet master. So he tried to run away and not fall by what United States was doing. But the only fucked up thing about Aristide was he was not trying to separate himself to save the Haitian people. He was trying to separate from the Zionist elites to take the resource for his own family and kids. So Jamaica knew what was going on, and they seen that United States was trying to kill Aristide because he was going against the grain, and they had another puppet that was in West Palm Beach and in Miami they was going to replace them with, and they replaced him with a puppet who dared to not even step foot in Haiti. How the hell your he was an interim, my bad y'all, he was an interim president at the time who wouldn't even step foot in Haiti, not only because the Haitian people didn't like him, but because this crooked nigga, that was in 2004. He was a fat piece of shit. I forgot the name of him. I think something Joseph. And he only lasted being the interim president illegally for like almost 2 years. And the country was in chaos. And Jamaica knew they had to do something because this is a black man. And even though we know he's a piece of shit black man, we can't just have black leaders being assassinated by America like that. So America sent Secret Service agencies into Haiti to capture Aristide. They claimed they were trying to save Aristide's life. They were trying to save him. Aristide knew what the Zionist elite was. So he got the help of the, I guess you call them prime ministers in Jamaica. To my Jamaicans, let me know. I don't know if you guys have presidents or prime ministers, but the leader of Jamaica sent a counterintelligence team to go save him out of Haiti. and they saved his ass. They brought him to Jamaica, but guess what? We know the Queen has superiority in Jamaica. Yes, I didn't know that until I was like 10 years old. I was like, wait a minute. The Queen still kind of runs Jamaica? Yes, unfortunately. Now, the Queen sent a secret agency task force to Jamaica as well. So now you got African nations that got together and they saved Aristide, and he ran away to Africa. So he fled Haiti, ran away to Jamaica. He lasted like 2 months in Jamaica until news got back. They're going to kill him. So he now, I think Aristide now lives in somewhere in Africa now. I think South Africa with his family. Y'all let me know if he moved over there, but that's where he ran to. Mary Jo say Prime Minister. Thank you, Queen. Look, if y'all want to correct me when I'm wrong, please do it. I'm a grown-up. Long as you ain't being disrespectful, I like being corrected when I'm wrong. She said British territories have prime ministers. Thank you, Mary Jo. Ooh, I love my beautiful black queens edifying the room and teaching us right quick. Because I ain't the smartest nigga in the world. I just like reading shit, and I'm pretty sure y'all read too. Donnie said another elite trafficker. Super facts. Aristide got so many young kids he gave away to different countries. He was giving black kids away like there were Skittles and candies. You can get this 1,000 here. You get millions of kids being given away, man. Governor General is Z Brett. I agree with you, all of them. I don't care if it's Jamaica, Haiti, America, Canada, Brazil, any country you name me, they're all back. Look, you cannot be a leader in any country freely without being backed by the Zionist nations. Every part of this shit is a movie. There's the architect. I don't care about these leaders. I fucking want to know who's the architect besides God himself. Who's the architect governing all this? All the countries are connected. I know you might feel better because I'm American, or I'm from England, I'm from Spain, I'm from Germany, I'm from Santo Domingo. Get the fuck out of here. We're all part of the same travesty that's known as the Matrix. Big facts. Bruh, no more sellouts on God for real, bruh. Like, so to see me cry for this president, my mom and dad, I love them to death, but we don't get along the way we could be. Because I refuse to be a puppet like my mom and dad. They're proud Haitians, but they're Haitians who's too invested into these political leaders. Just like if you're American, I'm pretty sure if you're my black American brothers and sisters, y'all got moms and dads who's too invested into these American presidents. Just like my Jamaican family, you got too many moms and dads who is invested to these leaders. Just like my white brothers and sisters, you got too many family members that are stuck into these political leaders, just like my UK family. You got people, can you think about this? We're in 2021, motherfuckers are still saying, God bless the Queen. That's how you know the world is an atrocity. The whole world is a puppet place, bro. Wake up, bro. Who the puppet masters controlling all these countries? Andres, keep dropping bomb, bro. Shout out to you. Jeremiah Nisi said, we can talk about who don't like who. Even Africans and African Americans don't like each other. So we shouldn't point at Dominicans as a whole. It's fucked up there. No, I'm going to be real with you. You're somewhat, I agree with you. But I'm sorry, bro. I love my Dominican brothers and sisters. And you actually, I'm going to be fair to him. There are so many good Dominicans there. It would be unfair to act like that's everybody. But I will say, my Dominican brothers and sisters, not everybody, but a lot there in that island does need to get some things together and work accordingly. Because you do have a lot of people who hate each other. But there is a difference versus people who have self-hate and hate people basically on how they look and call them dirty and filthy, and we share the same island. That part does need to be cleaned up, bro. It does need to be cleaned up, but because I don't want to get away from what the mission is, you're absolutely correct. At the end of the day, this is a puppet master place. So when people are killing each other on who has what land or land reform or not, I do think we need to get politically involved with each other. But brother, you can say what you want, but Dominican Republic did close its border to not allow any Haitians to get help. That is kind of sickening, bro. So you need to not, you can help your country, Dominican Republic, by not trying to sweep the garbage they do under the rug, by trying to call out everybody else who do it dirty like that. Because Haiti doesn't do the same thing, bro. You can say what you want. Maybe Haitians don't like Dominicans to a certain degree because of politically, but there's no Haitian that will hate a Dominican based on how they look. we need to, if anything, a lot of Haitians got self-hate and they look up to you guys. So let's not get deep into that. You know what I mean, bro? Because Dominicans, a lot of my Dominican friends, they do have self-hatred, because if you ask a Dominican, are they black, they will get mad at you and say, I'm not black. And that's strange to me, bro. That's very, very strange. And I don't want to make the show about that right now. That's always going to be strange to me. People who hate being black so much that you'll get out your way. You rather glorize being mixed blood with Spain before you ever share the truth about you having black blood in you. That is something sickening, bro. I'm sorry. That is not the same thing like all the other hatreds among the worlds of territories and shit. And I will blame it on the elite Zionists. There, we will agree with each other. The self-hatreds that most Dominicans have, or my Mexican brothers and sisters around the world that they have, or even black people, it comes from Zionists. So I can't sweep that under the rug, brother. Do you know, the Dominicans been killing and slaughtering millions of Haitians for years. Now that needs to stop, bro. The more we sweep it under the rug, the more the problem continues. So don't get angered by it. We should be open up to these conversations so we can have love for each other. You know what I mean? Somebody said, have you ever been to Dominican Republic? Yes. And if you're getting way too emotional, you might be put on timeout, bro, because your pride is coming out right now. Anytime somebody's getting mad at me for speaking the truth, their pride is coming out. And you know, bro, I know on my kid's life, Fernando. Hey, ¿de dónde eres tú? Ven aquí por un momento. Papa, espérate. Calm down. Cálmate por un momento. Calm down, bro. Nobody's attacking you. But you're telling on yourself, bro. By you getting mad at the truth, because real Dominicans don't get mad at what I'm saying. I've had healthy conversations like that. No real Dominican will get mad at what I'm saying. The only ones that get mad at what I'm saying is a hit dog. And when you throw a rock amongst a group of dogs, only the dog that gets hit start barking the loudest. So Fernando, espérate un momento, papá. ¿Qué pasó, papi? ¿Qué pasó? What's up with your anger right now, brother? I didn't say no hate towards you, bro. I think you're one of the ones I'm talking about that got self-hatred, because a real Dominican will tell you that there were actual laws to slaughter Haitians back in the days. You know this. Why act dumbass shit and tell me, hey, since he find it, look at this idiot. He finds it funny, but what I find funny is you don't respect somebody, but you're sitting down watching them. So you're the complete idiot. And I'm not going to use idiots like you to be against Dominicans, because it's an isolated situation with an idiot. Yeah, I'm a smart enough. I see what you're doing. Fernando P is one of the idiots who look at other black people as lesser than him. And that's the truth he doesn't like. I guarantee you his mom and dad, if they see me and you see that Haitian flag behind me, he was brought up to hate me with a disdain. So I'm not mad at you, Fernando. It's natural for you to hate me. So I do blame the Zionists. So all my Dominicans who I love, if you feeling offended by what I'm saying and you don't like what then you need to go get angry with the Dominican nation right now, because right when the president was killed, they closed the border down. People are trying to run away to the Dominican Republic because they love you guys. When a Haitian comes to the Dominican Republic, the whole island was for Haiti at one point of time. Did you all forget that? I'm not going to get into that right now, but the whole island once belonged to Haiti. The only reason there's a Dominican Republic is because the generals of Haiti started fighting with each other. You had a lot of mixed mulattoes who knew they were black and having the Spaniard blood. They didn't call themselves different from the Haitians. Look, when Haitians and Dominicans used to kill each other, it was not about self-hate. It was Haitian generals who got rid of each other, and they, just like niggas hate each other. That's what it used to be about. Niggas hating each other. It was not about self-hate at the time. So yes, Dominicans and Haitians always killed each other, but it was not about you look Spaniard. It was always about, nigga shit, political reasons, because I wanted this part of the island. I wanted that. So when the generals of Haiti got the freedom of the whole island, it was too much. I want to be in charge. So they split the island up. I'm not going to get into that. So when I look at a Haitian not liking a Dominican or a Dominican not liking a Haitian, it is stupid to me. How can you share the same land, go through the same problems, but one calls one part of the island beautiful while the other part of the island is disgusting? Nah, that's a foul nature to have. And that's the problem we have today. Thank you, Omega BKNY. It's called Hispanuelia. Thank you, bro. Like, people, do you not know there would not be a Dominican Republic if it's not for the Haitian Revolution? But that's my problem. Anytime you tell the truth, people get offended, but I'm not here to cry a river for y'all. And honestly, I'm not here to care about you being offended. You should be offended, because if you get offended, it's cut into your body. The scriptures say the truth cut like a sword. So apparently those who are guilty of being disgusting to the Haitian people is cutting like a sword. Big facts. Because all the Dominicans I know, they love me and I love them. Nobody gets mad at each other. So clearly the people who have that disgusting nature in them, thank you for telling us who you really are, Fernando. You know what I'm saying? And let's get back to, I'm not going to use this to divide us. Let's get back to the people who count. The corporate elitists, the Zionist educational purpose people who want us to keep fighting things that are irrelevant right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do none of that here because I'm looking at the devil right now. Facts, Felicia Cox and everybody in the room. I'm looking at y'all. If y'all see me not responding to y'all, that's a lie. I'm just not stopping the show in the vision, but I'm reading every single one of y'all messages. I'm looking at it in my eyes. Y'all making me feel good. Nobody is talking about the massacres that Dominicans did to Haitians for years. And I don't even have a platform doing that. But let's not be fake here today. If we're going to talk about everything as a whole, let's not be fake. I think that's the problem we got ourselves into by being way too fake and sweeping everything under the rug, bruh. We're not sweeping nothing today under the rug. Yeah, I will teach. Thank you to everybody. Nothing is being swept under the rug today. I can call out black people every day, but we can't talk about what Dominicans do. Come on, brother. I called everybody out today. I called myself out today. I called out black Americans, me. I even called out Haitians. Majority of the show was calling out Haitians today, but no, don't we dare say nothing about Dominicans. You are the problem, Sir Fernando. You are the problem while the world, you like pointing a finger at everybody else, but we can't point a finger at you. There's something sickening about that nature in you, brother. You need to correct yourself. You need to go look at, hold on, Breeze said who assassinated him? If you want